Alex Pereira remains confident that his super fight with Jon Jones will still happen, despite the ongoing uncertainty around Jones's UFC contract. In a recent interview, Alex said he doesn't think the promotion is going to let Jones go anytime soon. He sees Jon's public request for release as part of the negotiations rather than a true exit. Pereira also explained why he was comfortable vacating his light heavyweight title recently. He said his new 8-fight UFC contract was so favorable that it gave him the security to pursue heavyweight full-time. He wanted to let go of the 205-pound belt to chase big fights at heavyweight, and the UFC took good care of him in the deal. He left the terms open for them to decide his path, saying it didn't matter as long as he could move up and compete against the biggest names. This comes as Pereira makes his heavyweight debut, with Cyril Gane officially set as his interim title opponent on the White House card, while Tom Aspinall remains sidelined long-term by eye injuries.
Do you think it could happen at some point, you versus him, or now that it didn't happen for White House, do you think finished? Like there's no chance of it happening?
I believe so, as long as I win this fight, right? Because otherwise it doesn't make too much sense, because, you know, Alex is a dangerous guy. Why are you going to put himself on the line? But I believe he winning this fight, it's a big chance. I believe it happens because he has to be released for the UFC. I don't think the UFC is going to release him anytime soon. So if he want to fight, who's going to be against? It's going to be against him.
The undisputed or the interim basically was part of the deal. Hey, if I'm going to give up the belt here at 205, I want to fight for another belt and make history at heavyweight.
Honestly, I just wanted to let go of my belt and fight heavyweight. But like, honestly, if it was lineal, interim, or even a regular fight, you know what I mean? I just expressed myself that I wanted to do a heavyweight fight, and they took really good care of me. The way that they gave me this last contract was so good that I let it open for them to do whatever they want.
Sean Strickland's coach Eric Nixick just looked back on Khamzat Chimaev's time training with Strickland, saying the two had a tremendous competitive relationship with zero bad blood between them. Nixick explained that during their training sessions years ago, Sean and Khamzat pushed each other hard in a respectful way. Great work ethic, no issues, just two killers getting better. He emphasized there was never any personal beef, even though the public trash talk has ramped up since Chimaev won the middleweight title. Looking ahead to the UFC 328 title fight, Eric broke down their preparation. They're giving it everything in camp, focusing on specific counters to Chimaev's game. The team is drilling hard to get Sean off the cage when Khamzat pushes him there, work on explosive get-ups to avoid being held down, and practice escaping or defending against the wrestling traps Khamzat sets with his chain takedowns and body locks. Coach believes Sean's elite takedown defense, cardio, and ability to stay standing will be key, but they're leaving no stone unturned to neutralize Khamzat's pressure and top control. Let's dive into what Eric had to say.
I mean, it was a great addition to the room, man. Like we learned a lot of great stuff from those guys, and it was a welcome addition to the team.
What would you say was the dynamic between the two of them?
Honestly, I thought they got along really well. I thought they pushed each other really well. I feel like it was more of a competitive environment than anything, you know? So where it kind of took a turn, I honestly couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it's really taking a turn. When you were watching them, were you wondering like, oh, this could be something down the line? Like these guys could actually fight each other? Did that ever cross your mind?
Not necessarily, because, you know, Khamzat was still fighting at 170. But, you know, for me, it was like, take this opportunity to learn as much as you can from Khamzat and some of his routes and some of the things that he does really well on the ground, and be a student when he's in here and listen and learn and kind of observe the way that he trains. I mean, I thought he was a great addition to the room and the team and made us all better while he's here.
Ilia Topuria just sent shockwaves through the MMA world in a recent Spanish interview with influencer David Martinez, teasing retirement in a way that felt far more real than hype. When asked about his future, fans expected the usual fire, call-outs for Islam Makhachev, or a promise to finish Justin Gaethje at the White House card. Instead, Ilia got introspective. He said, "It's getting harder to find new challenges. After knocking out legend after legend, he's checked off every goal he's set, and the hunger is fading. Defending the lightweight title no longer lights the fire, especially after his first-round destruction of Charles Oliveira. He has admitted Paddy Pimblett was the only lightweight that still excited him, but after Paddy's loss to Justin, there's no one left at 155 who truly motivates him. El Matador has always been firm. He plans to retire by age 30. He's never wavered on that timeline. With his 29th birthday approaching soon, the clock is ticking. He wants to go out on top just like Khabib Nurmagomedov, Georges St-Pierre, and Jon Jones, fighters who walked away at the absolute peak of their powers, undefeated or close to it in their final runs. Fans are worried this could be the beginning of the end for one of the most dominant forces in the sport right now. And some are even questioning whether Ilia is fully focused on this Justin fight, raising concerns that his performance might be affected. Let's roll the clip from the interview.
So now, I had a goal of conquering the lightweight division, and I did that. At this point, I don't know, man. I really don't. I'll go with whatever still brings me some joy, but that's getting harder to find. When your dream is to become a world champion, and you finally get there, then you move up, set a new challenge, and conquer that too. It starts to feel like, what's left? What's the point of going on? I'm at a place where I have to force myself to come up with reasons to stay in the game. And when that starts happening, you can feel it. So honestly, I don't know what tomorrow holds.
Aljamain Sterling doesn't like that Movsar Evloev and Lerone Murphy risk ending their undefeated streak in their upcoming fight, arguing both should have put their zeros on the line in a title bout instead. In a recent appearance, Aljo explained that with Evloev at 19-0 and Murphy at 17-0, the UFC should have made either of them face Alex Volkanovski for the belt right away. He called it unfair that one of them has to drop a loss in a non-title bout when both have earned a shot at gold through their flawless runs in top rankings. Sterling sees it as a missed opportunity to give the division a true #1 contender while preserving the mystique of an undefeated record on the line for something bigger. Aljamain himself is gearing up for his own big fight next. He takes on rising star Youssef Zalal in April. If he wins, Sterling has made it clear he's gunning for an immediate bantamweight title shot, saying he's one of the most complete fighters at 145 and deserves a crack at the belt after his recent performances. He believes a victory over Zalal would put him right back in the conversation. Let's hear it from him.
You already know the bosses call the shots, Hunter, Dana. But with that said, great matchup. It sucks that one of these guys have to lose their O in a fight that it should be risked in a title fight for both of them. But 100%. It is what it is. So my matchup with Youssef, I think a lot of people are one way or the other. There's not a lot of people who are in the middle like I am. I'm in the middle. Because I know his style is very, very tough to deal with. I trained with him in Denver in 2017. I was out there for 3 weeks with him and the Factory X guys. And he helped me out a lot for that fight with Rafael Sunsao. And his style has always been the same, but now he's just so much better at it. His confidence is higher. And on top of that, he's not a boy anymore. He's a man. And I remember one of the times we trained out here in Vegas, and he grabbed me. He was like, "I'm not a little boy no more, Aljo. I'm not a little boy anymore." But I was still at 135, if I remember correctly. And then I was like, that's nice. You're filling that into your body. And we started in bad positions. I remember he choked me. He reversed the position, and then he choked me.
That's it from MMA Psycho. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.